All right, today we're covering the 100-foot flat forehand. It's going to be a dead straight flight path. This is a throw that you might use in a game of catch with your friend or just out on a fairway that you need something to go dead straight and land in the middle. Okay, we're on a tightly wooded hole here, and so what I've done is I've come 100 feet out. I put a center stake in, which I then measure off 10 feet in 4 corners, and I've got to stake 4 of them. And I want to try and land in that square, because if from 100 feet I can land within 10 feet of my target, it's an easy putt, easy next shot, whatever you're looking for. So I've established my landing area, and I'm going to go back and practice throwing 100 footers with a flat forehand release, nice and straight, landing in the square. For this shot, your stance should be something comfortable. It's not going to have a lot of power from the lower body. For disc selection, I've chosen a glitch, which is a lightweight, regular frisbee. It's got a blunt nose and a good deep flight plate so that it gets lots of glide. I don't have to put a lot on this frisbee to make it go 100 feet. If I do overpower it, it's probably going to come offline, so it's important to have a smooth snap, smooth release. For the grip, I'm putting 2 fingers on the rim, and I'm holding the disc nice and flat so that I can come through and snap with a nice clean release. You could also choose a heavier disc like the Berg from Castoplast, and this will allow you to put a little bit more power into it if you don't quite have that touchdown. It is probably going to have a little bit of finish at the end, but that's a great choice too, especially if you're working with hillsides where you want to come into the hillside if it does fade. When I'm releasing my fingers, right when the frisbee lets go, I'm making sure they're aiming toward that target. They really need to be to the target. You're going to follow through at the end, but if you make sure that when you release, that elbow comes into your side and you snap through with a release, that those fingers are pointed to the target, you're going to have a much more accurate line. You also want to keep this shot from going too high. You want a nice chest level, maybe above your head height shot, because once it goes up with the nose up and it loses spin, it's going to come off of that straight flight path that you're trying to hold. So something nice and low that kind of loses its spin and drops to the ground on that straight flight path. So my recommendation for players struggling with this shot is to not even go for 100 feet. Just look for a straight flight, clean release out of the hand. Start at 50 feet, start at 75 feet. You'll work your way up in distance once you feel that smooth release.